Yeah, I think we.
They tried to smoke us out.
Okay, we're gonna do that. Yeah, so I was texting to find out where Eddie was. I probably would have done it with you too if Mr. Ross hadn't told me you were in the room. So it's a good thing to remember to let me know if you're expected to be somewhere, to let the teacher know if you're not going to be there, because we're always trying to keep track of everybody all day long. We had an issue once where we had a student actually leave campus when they weren't supposed to, and police got involved.
Lucky you, Jesse. You get to hang out with the seniors.
I did it because there was no one there.
You need to be social. But you're not in your cohort, so I don't know. They'll start relaxing some of this stuff.
Okay, so waiting on her.
You'll have your 1-5 parent function, 1-6. You're working on it in class, and then we'll start the actual assignment as well.
Admit. So we are already working on the success organizer handout for 1-6. I think you've already sent that in, I believe. And we're also, when that's finished, we're working on the assignment for 1-6, which I put in Google Classroom. If you go to Google Classroom, you'll see the assignment. Okay, and if you have any questions, let me know.
Do you have any extra of that?
I have one extra. Yes.
If we're finished.
If you're finished, I will take it. Yeah, that's good. Go ahead and put your heading on right now. Let's get it out of there. With your name, not full name.
Today's the 2nd.
Yes, 2nd September 2020.
Because, okay. Thank you.
Tomorrow we're going to do a review sheet over the last 3 sections, sections 4, 5, and 6. And then Friday, are y'all listening? Friday we're going to have a quiz over it. And so I'll upload the quiz at some point for Candace.
On this one or next?
On Friday.
It's
Friday.
Friday. It's Friday.
Now, somebody's volleyball.
We're leaving at 2.
And y'all, yeah, I think I remember seeing the volleyball. I think y'all start at 1:15, but you have to leave by 1:30. I'll have to look. Anyway, yeah, so y'all can either take it earlier or when you get back. It won't be that long, like 15 problems or something. Oh, first, did I ever pass out the green papers to you guys? I forgot, right?
We have right.
You have a green paper. You have.
Yeah, that's the one. Somebody else? This is like the best one she has ever found that has my crazy on it. Also, just as a little review, see if you can write the name of these and the formula without looking. Without looking before I let you look. If you show Candace. Candace, I'm passing this sheet out. It's the identification sheet. And so what I want you to do is write down the name of it and then write down the equation and the domain and the range, if you can from memory. When you get as much as you can, come around and take a look at it. And then I'll let you open up your book and put the rest. Numbers in the front cover, but don't look yet. They don't have a blank for the name, so you have to write the name in on make your own blank. The names are such things as reciprocal, cubic, square root, absolute value, identity, constant, quadratic, greatest integer. The formula is going in the blank. Yeah, and then they have the names that go with it. Just get the things you can, and you can probably look and tell what the domains and ranges are. I'll say the names again so you have kind of a way to know what they are. They were the absolute value function, identity function, constant function, square root function, quadratic function, or squaring, sometimes called squaring function. There's cubic function, reciprocal function, and greatest integer function. Those are the names. Figure out what the names were. What I said.
Oh, hey, sorry. I didn't even notice that.
The domains and ranges, formulas. I think it's pencil, it'll be able to. At some point, this could very well be an actual quiz for a quiz grade. Right now, it's just kind of a fun thing to do. Okay, you can figure out some domains and ranges, right? Okay, let's put some of y'all out of your misery. So let's take a look. The first one, who knows what the first one's called? Constant function. Constant function. Guess what the C stands for? Constant, yeah. Okay, so f of x equals c. That's what the formula is. Just f of x equals c, which would ordinarily be like a number. And the domain is
All real numbers.
all real numbers. What about the range? C. C is the only y value. Okay. Are you checking these with us, Candace? Good. Okay. The next one, what's it called?
Linear function.
It's linear, but the name of it particularly is identity function. Identity function. So it's f of x equals, or y equals what? X. Just y, or f of x equals x. And then the domain,
All real numbers.
all real numbers. Range, all real numbers.
What was the f of x for identity?
What was the what?
The f of x.
F of x was just x. It's like saying y equals x. Yeah. Okay, the next one, what's it called? It's squaring function, or quadratic. I'll take either one. Square. Well, I like to say squaring because then it's very different from square root. If you just say square root, but they usually put squaring in the book. Okay, what's the equation? F of x equals x squared. And the domain is all real numbers. The range, y is greater than or equal to 0 is the set notation. You could also put the interval notation if you want. Okay, the next one everybody knows what it's called. Yeah, absolute value, right? Absolute value. And so how do you write the equation? You gotta put the absolute value lines and the x in the middle. So f of x equals absolute value signs with x in it. And the domain, all real numbers. The range, yeah, same as the squaring function. Y is greater than or equal to x. Okay, the next one is called the reciprocal. Good. Reciprocal because it's f of x equals 1 over x, which is the reciprocal of x. 1 over x. So that's called the reciprocal function. The domain is, the easiest way to do it is to say x not equal to 0. It's all real numbers except x is not equal to 0. Then the domain, same thing. All real numbers except x not equal to 0. Did I say that? Yes. What's domain? Yes. Okay, range is same thing. Yeah. Okay, so the functions 1 over x, domain and range are both x not equal to 0. Okay, the next one is, what's the name of it? Square root function. Square root function. So you put f of x equals the radical x, the radical sign with the x under it. The domain, x is greater than or equal to 0. And the range is the same thing. Y is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, the next one is called the greatest integer function. And so you have to do kind of like the absolute value, but you have 2 little brackets in front and behind, the 2 little bracket notation. These are also, you can see how they're done on page 64. And at the front of the book. Okay, so that's the function. The domain was all real numbers, but the range was just what? What? All the integers. The range is integers only. Last one. Cubic function. F of x equals x cubed. Domain and range are both all real numbers. Now, guess what? I have another sheet of paper that looks a lot like this, except the names are given, just the names, but not the sketches. And you have to sketch what the graph looks like. So we'll see that tomorrow. Okay. And then at some point, like I said, we may just throw them in as quizzes. Okay, so back to your organizer handout worksheet and then your book assignment. If you need to see any of them on the board, let me know and I can work them on the board. And the book, by the way, put it in the questions. They have this matching thing. So they don't have y equals x. Yeah, they do right here. And then they have over here, right here, they have ax plus b. So that's the identity, and then that one's linear. Wait, he makes the distinction there.
27 up here with that, is a greatest integer function visually. Or put A, B, C, and D in red. You can see where they were on a number line. And then you can also see the numbers, the integers that are closest to the left. And I put the answers like that. So that's just how you read that. You'll have more practice on 29 and 31. Actually, 31 you get the graph. 33. Show her and it at the same time.
It's a 61 point. It's a 61 thing that I'm like,
Sometimes I think the pages are like here, all these bullets are what they're looking for.
okay.
Then you could, with the handout, you can put it on my desk. You already finished. Do you want to put it started?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take down this screen up here so that I can keep a better track of Candace. So if you need it, look at it real quick. Otherwise, I'm gonna click it off. This shows how you find 2.1 and then you look for the digit to the left. 2.9 is the integer to the left. So both of these are 2. And then here, negative 3.1, you have to the left is negative 4. It says greatest integer, but it's the greatest integer that's less than it, not greater than it. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing. Did you need that screen? Okay. Oh, we're going to take her off the thing too. There we go.
Anybody got up to 35 yet? On homework. When somebody gets up to 35, we're gonna stop and work it together because you have to sketch it. So I'm gonna show you again how to put it in your calculator. Let me know when you get 35. Look at this for a second.
Yeah, how does it work? Oh, you can also use it like if you really push this, there's like a little push button. Yeah, pull it out, and it's like a mistake. It doesn't move. This base looks the same, but not this.
You did looking on the same graph that on the others did. Section graph. No. You do this.
Oh, it's right here.
Oh, yeah?
Saw this and I was like, oh, hey, look at this.
You're right, that's it. Okay, you'll be able to show that to.
Get this lines. Do you want? So you just do X plus X. I'm on.
Do you want to be to grab that? You're on there?
Oh, I'm on 30.
You did close. Is this from what you were already doing?
This is like something that is. What you
Do you want to say what that other one was?
No, man.
Was it in the little book thing that you saw?
No, next to it.
Oh, this one right here, yeah. Okay, so you want, this has 2 brands here? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but we want to put this stuff in too. Yeah, you want to do it. I think you had to do that other one.
That other one was just not.
Right there, yeah.
Okay, what about this one? It is, there we
there
go.
we
X.
Yeah, so you put in X plus 6 and then skip over and put X plus and then. Right, hit the control equal. Yeah.
Four.
There you go. So you can sit on your. I want to see what it looks like. It has it in different. It might be 1/2x. Why don't you go back and change that to 0.5x because it's not put the x in the denominator. Oh, okay. So it goes up and then at -4 it drops down and goes this. That's pretty cool. Now there's one.
Thank you.
So it should look like this.
Yeah. So from negative and you all work to -4 and that line drops down. And the less than or equal to, I think this one. This one has the equal sign on it, less than equal, so you'd have like a closed circle up there. And then this one just doesn't have it equal to part, so you have open circle. And I think everybody wants you to sketch it on your graph.
And one thing up there.
Where you at? There. Where you at?
This is bullshit.
I'm having trouble finding the brackets.
Okay, so if you just typed in 2 brackets.
Yes, ma'am.
2 brackets doesn't work.
I don't do right.
I think you have to put E and the INT thing.
You have to go to the book.
Actually, what you can do is you can probably just do the letters. Oh, well, you have that there, yeah.
You have to be lowercase, so you can't make it lowercase, so you have to go to the book with it.
Okay, so if you have INT, this will be lowercase. And then open parentheses with add.
Okay.
And then if you want like the negative, you then go back and put the negative in the front, or if you want something else. So the INT is integer.
Yes, ma'am.
And then it's gonna also have the open circle, close circle like that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, okay. Good, good, good. Okay, so what you need to do is take the 2 points, like 1,4 and 0,6, and find the slope between them. In fact, I'll share the whiteboard and show you 1, 4, and 0, 6. Which one is this? This was, yeah, number 11. So you want, oh, y'all can't see this. Let me turn this back on. Putting 11 up here for Candace, and you'll be able to see it in a minute. on number 11, the first thing you do is find the slope. And then the second thing you do is plug values in for y and x and m to figure out what b is. And then you write your equation. And then sketch the graph, so that shouldn't be too hard. Whoa, let's try to do that a little straighter. I know, maybe we can do a straight line. Oh, look at this, I'm figuring it out. Go back to, and so up here it's 6. And the x-intercept would be 3. And I would have a line going. I should do the little thing again. Let's undo that. Let's try to be in the 21st century. Oh, I'm getting better. And then go back. The little arrows. Yeah. So there's 11. I got the equation and the graph. That's how you'll do 13 and just, yeah, 13. You can do the same thing with it.
Which one did you say we were doing the other?
35. Y'all ready for 35? Okay, the guys already know how to do these guys. So the back row and Jesse and Candace. I'm gonna quit sharing here for a second. I can share it back a little bit if we need to. So you got your calculator. Everybody has TI-84. Look at number 35. So you're gonna go to y equals on your calculator. This is gonna be a piecewise function. So see what Eddie and, let me turn her off again. There we go. Eddie and James, y'all listen up for a second. Because I didn't cover this yesterday and I just remembered I didn't cover it. So go to page 64. 64. We were talking about the step function yesterday. Well, on this, that's considered a stepwise, a piecewise function, but we also have other types of piecewise functions where there's different pieces to the function, and so they're graphed piecewise. That's what how they do it. And you have to define each piece. That's why they're called piecewise defined. And so, and see in the top of page 64, they got the 2 parts of it, like that. Yeah, right there. Right. Did I talk to y'all already about the Boolean? Okay. So the way you get the graphing calculator you wanted to get the calculator to put both functions on at the same time and only in their proper interval. Okay. And so look at the one in example 3. It says 2x plus 3. So you go to y equals, and you're going to type in 2x plus 3. y1 is 2x plus 3. And I'll put this to the camera. So Candace, can you see that? Yeah. Okay, but then in order to get it to only graph all the x values less than 1, type in divide after the 3, the division sign, and then open a parentheses, and then put x, and now we need to put in less than or equal to. So where can you find less than or equal to? Well, if you see the math button, it's the 3rd button down on the left, it's under the green button. Well, we want the test. In other words, we want to do the second math, the second button, and then the math button. And you should get a screen that says test. No? Okay, so it'll be the second. You don't have your calculator? What's the matter? You're typing it in. Okay, and then do you see under the test thing where you see less than or equal to? The little sign? Number 6. What's up, Candace? Right, divide into print. Okay, so let me show you what it's going to look like on the screen. I'll show her. Share the screen again. Okay. Okay, so I'll go down here. So you have y1 equals, on the calculator, you have the 2x plus 3, and then you have the divide, and then you have a parentheses, and then you put x. Okay, and then you want to put in a less than or equal to sign. And so to get to that one, you have to push the second math, which says test above it. And then you go down to, I think, was it 6, right? Like 6 less than or equal to. And then you go back up and type in what? 1. And so all of y1 should look like that on the screen. Then you do the same thing for y2. You go to y2 and you type in this case it's 2x plus 3. Oh no, we just did 2x plus 3. It's negative x plus 4. Negative x plus 4, and then do divide, and then parentheses x, and then greater than, and you do the same thing. You have to do greater than 1, parentheses. Okay, so 1, parentheses, and then negative 4 plus divide by parentheses x, greater than 1. Okay, so I'm gonna quit sharing. Pause share. Ooh, that's interesting. Stop share. Okay. Okay, so does your screen kind of look like that? Good. And then if you, oh, I've got a weird window. Let me go back to, turn my grid off. Zoom standard. Okay, so when you graph it, it should look like that. Now, can you show me your y equals? Hold your calculator up to the camera. X plus 3. It's beautiful. Okay, go to your window, or actually push the zoom button. Zoom and then scroll down to the 6, which is standard window. And then it ought to graph it. Did it do it? It's kind of blurry. Oh, you're just going down. Okay. Yeah, go back to y equals. I think you got your slope negative. Maybe my slope's wrong. Your picture is right, Candace. Mine is wrong. Shocked, right? Yeah, I'm not. Negative x plus 4. I put negative 4 plus x. That's the problem. Negative x plus 4. There we go. It should look like the picture on the top of page 64. There you go. And on page 64, they've got a closed in circle and an open circle.
your calculator won't show that, but if you were to sketch it, you should be able to show it. Do you know how to tell which one you do a closed circle and which one an open circle? Yeah, it's from that greater than or less, greater than or equal to, and the less than or equal to, you circle in, and the greater than you leave open, because it doesn't have the equal to. So now you'll be able to do 35 and 37. I think that's all I said, right? Just 37? No, 41. Okay, so you'll do 37. 39 has 3 branches. And then 41, you use the same idea. On 41, I'm going to, Candace, I'm going to share the screen and show you what to do on 41 too. It's similar. Okay, I'm going to clear that. Parenthesis 1 divided by 4 parenthesis x minus, and then I n t parenthesis 1 plus x parenthesis. Yeah, I need another parenthesis, bigger parenthesis. Yeah, okay. The way to get to that is you know, remember I showed you how to put in the in your graphing calculator the INT, the math num INT to get the to do number 41. That's not what I wanted. Undo. It didn't do it. Okay, undo. Oh, I think I'm supposed to be able to get a graph. Let's see.
Wow. That's crazy. Looks like I got for 41. I'm gonna, don't do that. I didn't invite anybody. Go. Can you check the other one? You can figure out from the left hand to find, you know, where you're supposed to close circle, close circle.
Yeah, that's it.
See, there's an open circle, and then close, and then open, and then close. This 41 seconds. And they show, the answers show, I never got on these. How do you know which one is open and closed?
What do you want me to just go to close, open, close, open, close, open?
But I don't know how you're supposed to know that unless you look at it, a data table, I guess. That's not something that you're gonna lose points on a test though, if you don't put the circles right. Oh, and domain and range, I forgot about that. Ooh. I'll have a screen up, yeah. Okay. So if you need to see that screen shared again, I'll put it back up. Just let me know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What do we do for,
Up there was a, I don't think we up there yet. We'll go on to that. Gosh, I got time left over.
So what I'll do tomorrow, they'll have a worksheet, kind of like what you had for sections 1.1 through 1.3 that I print out, and it'll have a bunch of problems on it, and there'll be a review, and then the test or quiz on Friday will be just a few of those.
other,
I'm sorry?
may I get other?
Yes, you may.